GreatTaz here once again, and I was away this weekend and I really didn't do anything, but when I got back and jumped on WoT Tanks, I noticed that, and YouTube, I noticed there was a bunch of videos going around about what's coming in 2019. So I had to run over, stop watching all the videos, because I wanted to read it myself and find out what was going on. So when I got to the portal, this is what I see. The big mission in this A. Special battles of the day were special missions were Battle of the Bulge, and this is from the 16th to the 1st of January that you can complete these. I'm not going to read through the majority of this, but it's basically the Alliance forces versus the German forces. You pick one by playing your first game you play in either French, American, British will get you on the Alliance side, or first game you play in a German will get you on the German side. If you play German first and wanted to play Alliance, you kind of screwed yourself. If you wanted to play Alliance and play the German tank as your first tank for the day, you kind of screwed yourself. A lot of people don't even look at this stuff when they do the opening of their game. They're using that junky universal launcher. It doesn't give enough information, or you're just doing this straight EXE to go straight into the game. You don't read what is on the launcher. You should. So basically, you have a chance to win some large repair kits, large first aid kits, and then you can earn by doing the, after you get the first mission complete by choosing your side, you get 2 other missions you can complete, and you can complete those 3 times a piece. Some of them are different, like the Allies is survive a victorious battle, and then destroy 2 German vehicles in a victorious battle. The Germans are spot a victorious vehicle without being spotted in a victorious battle, and then destroy 10 U.S., French, UK, or French vehicles in any number of battles. So out of them all, this is probably going to be your easiest because it's kill 30 battles. Kill 30 tanks and you don't have to win. This one's going to be a little more difficult because you're going to have to play light tanks more likely and go sit and hope that you can spot. So this shouldn't be that very easy. Now, on the North American side, surviving a battle is sometimes the most difficult thing to do. And then making sure that you kill 2 German vehicles in a winning battle is also just about that difficult. But if you can do this one, you're going to automatically get this one, so it doesn't really matter. Onto the overall mission of completion. Once you complete these 2 3 times, you'll get this mission where you can get 6 American emblems or 6 German emblems and a free garage slot. So overall, honestly, it's worth the free garage slot. The flags, I don't know so much about. So, yeah. You got to play in a French, UK, or American vehicle or a German vehicle, depending on your side. So, really? Don't know. I don't put these crazy things on my tanks, really. I do have, actually I lie, I got an American flag on my M48 Patton A5 version on the back hatch, and it looks awesome there. So, I can't say I don't use them. I'm not even sure which one I would do. I haven't even played. Like I said, I was away on all weekend. And the releasing of this video will be on Monday, so I'm not going to sit here and rush it through tonight. But I'm recording it on Sunday night. I want to play a few games. All right. Next, we're going to go to, of course, today's Advent Counter 16, which is the big 100-pound Maybach. But what we want to look at really is what's coming in 2019. All right, so what's coming in 2019 is a big thing, and they're talking about it right. They start talking about it right here. They want to resolve some issues with the matchmaker. Substantial. That's just not a big enough word for the problems the matchmaker have on the EU and North American servers. Frontline mode. We have been screaming and hollering for this since probably after a month of Frontline was gone. We want to introduce new Swedish medium tanks along with new vehicles. Yeah, we understand. We've heard about you wanting to add Swedish tanks along with other new vehicles. You're not going to stop adding new vehicles because that's what keeps people going in your game. We understand this. Make clans more accessible. I'm not sure what you mean by that, and much, much more. Well, when you get to the contents, here's their major points. Premium ammo rebalancing, matchmaker, return of frontline, vehicle rebalance, new vehicles, new mechanics, ranked battles, clan wars, bonds, the bond shop, the premium account, customization, and oh, hey look, tank races are back. I've been wanting this to come back since they pulled it off. I would have hoped that this would have been a yearly event to maybe commemorate the Indy 500. That would be awesome because the world does watch Indy cars on Formula One, unlike North America, which mainly watches NASCARs, Busch cars, Nash trucks, and a lot of us do watch the Formula One cars and stuff like that. So maybe if they do it the month of the Indy 500, start the first day on the Indy 500 because the Indy 500 is always on a Sunday, and start it the weekend and run it for a week long, that'd be awesome. That's my idea. I hope someone likes it. All right, let's go to move on. Premium balance, basically, they go through a bunch of stuff here. I'm not going to read all this, but this is what they want to do. They want to make it where ammunition loadout is more concisely picked, and they want to reduce the damage output of special ammo by 25 to 30% because it has higher penetration rate. My problem is, I think the only thing that this really going to do is it's going to increase people who actually run a lot of premium ammo to increase the premium ammo by just that much. They're going to increase the amount of premium ammo they run by 20 to 30%, unless they're already running a full deck of premium ammo, or special ammo, as they're calling it. Special. Yeah, Wargaming, sometimes you are special. Basically, they want to have the standard rounds more attractive for damage and prices. They want to lower the damage. I don't say 30%. I say maximum of 20 for the really OP special ammo, and like 10 to 15 for most of the others. I think that would be a really good number. Maybe go 15 to 20 for everything and 20 for the big boys. But I think 25 to 30% is just going to cause more ammo to be fired. Maybe if you increase standard AP rounds by, take all standard AP rounds and increase them by 5 penetration, that might make it a little bit more murder. I heard somewhere that they already have a system like this in Blitz, and it's came with great love, but also Blitz don't have like Type 5s and E100s and Mouses, and they don't have all the big armored tanks we have, the E3, and a lot of these tanks that are really hard to pen, and you really do need to switch over to premium gold special ammo. All right, and like you said, don't worry, all vehicles will be evaluated individually on a case-by-case basis, so the decision to implement this mechanic has not been made. So they're saying they're thinking about this. They're thinking about it. Why even tell us you're thinking about it? It might be good, but if you're, this whole thing is about what's coming in 2019. It's not coming in 2019. You should say, this is what we're looking at, this is the situation, and we're still evaluating. Whatever. Matchmaker. Oh, God, this has to be about the biggest issue I hear about. Matchmaker. All right. And the 357, to my opinion, from 9.18, really killed the matchmaker, and it did multiple things. First off, it took the complete ability of you researching a brand new tank. You just researched the tank, you just bought it, and in the old system, your first 10 battles were almost guaranteed, at least the first 5 were guaranteed, to be you were top tier, to help you get a bonus for, hey, you got a new tank, we're not going to give you a crap situation. Now with the 357, I don't know how many times I've researched and bought a new tank, and my first battle out was a tier top. I was bottom tier. How's that fair for me? I'm a stock tank. I don't run out and I burn up all my free experience to max out the tank. Here's my thought on that. Go back to the old system where it says, okay, this is a new tank. His first 10 are, he's top tier. Okay, if, and I've programmed a little bit, and I know this programming is a lot more advanced than my basic program. But in basic program, you can put a thing if the tank is not upgraded with more than 2 components. So basically, if you free experience multiple components in this tank, you're going to get middle tier. And if it's completely maxed out with all the top tier equipment, then you automatically will get top tier. You will be top tier. But not for your first 2 battles, to give you at least a chance to figure the tank out. Their changes are players always getting 2 tiers lower, and for the preferential, you're always 1 tier lower. And this tells about what the current situation is. This is what they want to do. They want to make new flexible templates. In addition to the 357 and the 510, they want to add for 2 tier battles, they want to add a 6.9 and a 7.8. And somewhere I read they also talking about right here an 8.7. Now, the way the system is, the 357 is set up right now, is it's designed so that you never have the bare strict rules that not more tanks at the top than the middle, and no more middle tanks than at the bottom. That's what the 357 is supposed to be, and that would do this. But if you do have a 8.7, you kind of freaking kill what you're doing right here. So maybe not quite 8.7, but they might put it in. It might put it in, they might not. So you really don't know. For tier battles, they're going to add a 6 and a 9 and a 7 and 8 and possibly an 8.7. So they're going to add 3 more for tier 2 tier battles. You're still going to have your all 1 tier. They're not going to change with that. That's fine, because you're all the same tier. You should be almost all on equal ground. For 3 tier battles, they're going to put a 4, 5, 6 or a triple and a 555. Here's my thought, Wargaming. I know you don't watch my videos, so I don't care, but I'm going to put my 2 cents out there. 86 357. Replace the 357 with 456 and 555. You can still add the 6.9 and the 7.8. That will give you 2 where there's top tier tanks. That will give you 3 different tier tanks, and it'll give you 3 where there's 2 different tier tanks. You'll still have the 1 where there is 1 tier tank. By doing that, that changes some things. First off, it will change the effectiveness of 3-man platoons. Now, you get these 3-man platoons, they all get in 1 tank, and they're all from, these major clans, and they're all unicoms, and they go and they just raffle stomp, just them 3, kill all 15 players. Okay, maybe they don't kill all 15, maybe they kill 10, but they have the majority of the damage and the majority of the kills. It doesn't give the opposing team if they don't have a unicom platoon on their team. If you're going to keep 357, no 3-man platoons, 3-player platoons are allowed to be top tier. Only in 456 and 555. Then, on top of that, change the fact that 3-player platoons are always top tier. Make it where they get, 50% of the time they're top tier. And then, we'll say 30% of the time are mid-tier. And then, make it 35% of the time they're top tier, mid-tier, and then 15% of the time that they're bottom tier. Give them a bottom tier battle every once in a while. Out of 100, they get 15. That I think that's what would work. And they're asking for feedback. Well, here's a funny thing. Your feedback equals our success. Okay, I'm going to scroll up here. All right. No discuss on forum. I'm going to scroll all the way down here. You can see all the red links. All the red links. Links. No discuss on forum. Now, I noticed, because I went to discuss this on the forum, and I couldn't find it. Someone linked the Russian, the European. Now, this is on the European portal. Discuss on forum. Wargaming, you missed our discuss on forum. How about you get with it? Anyways, that's what they're planning to do with the matchmaker. I think this will be good. I still think my biggest thing is I think they should get rid of the 357. Return to frontline. This is huge. I don't like this. Kicks off every month for a week. I would like to see it quarterly for like 2 to 3 weeks. They're going to add more prestige levels. Instead of 3, go to 10. I say stop at 8. That makes it a little more plausible. And then they really don't get into detail about this. The prestige level available will be added gradually with each frontline week. So meaning they're going to only do it 10 months. But there's no strict time frame for reaching prestige. It's going to work the same way as it did before. However, you can make some progress and get ahead to 2 prestige levels a week. For instance, second week you can reach 4. When the 8th week event starts, you can complete all 10. So what they're saying here is if you read into this, it's not a year-long event. Once a month for 10 months. That's what I'm reading. Tell me if you're reading it differently. And they're going to add special points for reaching prestige level. These points are special reward vehicles, which will probably, the special points will probably be bonds, and which are added gradually as you reach certain levels. I'm kind of hinting to a future portion in here. So repair and shell costs won't change either, so that's cool. As long as they keep it like 8s. And I really wish they would keep it with 8s and lock out some tanks like the Defender and the 252U and, them overpowered tier 8 freaking premiums that they put in the game. Rebalance vehicles. Oh, hey, look. Can we talk about the Object 252U and the Defender? They need rebalanced. Let's rebalance them. I will put a link right up here in the right-hand corner of the screen. You should see it right now. That goes to what Quickie Baby would do, and I agree with his vehicle rebalancing on the premium OP tanks. They need to be done. And it says here they're going to look at some tier 10s, the E100, IS-4, Kranwagen, the Leopard 1, and the STB. They're saying they want to look at those and rebalance those some. The Leopard 1 and the STB really have no armor, and they're really set up to be long-range sniper tanks. IS-4 I've really never had a problem with. E100, I don't own it, so I don't have any problems. And the Kranwagen, the only thing about the Kranwagen is the turret's super bouncy. You get to its side, and it's really weak. New vehicles, again, they want to add a Swedish medium tanks. So they're going to add some more Swedish tanks, and they want to add some more. It's too early. They want to add a siege fast maneuvering, or maneuverable with fast-firing, accurate guns. But really sets them apart is the option to switch to siege mode, the same feature that's in the Swedish tanks. It's too early to unveil how many vehicles are going to carefully active candidates, and all vehicles will be, I like this, all vehicles will be entirely historical. 2 words for you, Wargaming. One's an animal, male animal, that we use to get, is the male version of the animal we use to get milk from. And the other thing is the thing that everybody does, including it. Bullshit. You ain't going to be historical. You lost the historical enough when you started putting in tanks that were only made on paper. There's no historical value from a tank that's on paper. It was never made, so it's historically just an idea. Type 5, Type 4, the T110, E5, E4, E3, all tanks that were designed and thought of on paper but never actually produced. Not a prototype was ever produced for any of them. All right, ranked battles. The previously casual players had to push themselves to reach rank 15. They're going to add 4 sets of 15 ranks. It's kind of going to be like, I guess, something like the prestige levels, the front line. Here they talk about it. It's going to be qualification. They say the better you do in the prior one, the quicker you're going to be able to go through the next one. I think that should be opposite. The better you do the quicker you go in the first one, it should take you a little bit longer to go through the next one. So it gives actually casual players a little bit more chance to actually be able to compete. Now, of course, your Ultimate Division is going to be gold, and that's where top players are going to be sitting. Clan Wars, this has been floating around, and we already know it because they've already said it. The T95 FV 4201 Chieftain is going to come out as a Tier 10 reward, Clan Wars reward tank, and that's coming in January, ladies and gentlemen. So you heard it here. Bond Shop. Now, this is what I kind of hinted to up here with the front lines. May get bonds for. The Bond Shop, they're going to add a reworked a Bond Shop where you can use bonds to buy vehicles. Not currently available in the premium shop, but present in the game. And include tanks and vehicles removed from the game. Yeah. So we're going to sell OP tanks for your hard-earned bonds. That might work because it makes the tank more rewarding, but still you're going to sell stinking OP tanks like the Leaf Blower or the LEFH Lefy B2 18B2 and the FCM 36 Pack 40, which you can't get right now any way, shape, or form. I have one. I bought it when it was around. It's the only Tier 3 tank destroyer that has 400 base view experience. Ugh. Yes, it's slow. Yes, its gun firing is not super fast. But still, it has 400 meters view range. And you nerfed the crap out of every TD that's in the game, except for that one when you do the TD vision nerf. View nerf. You gave it something special, but I think it's a little too special. Maybe put it as the top with all the top view range at Tier 3, but not. I don't think there's a Tier 3 at 300. I think the top is like, or 400. I think the top is 300. Premium accounts, they want to change the premium accounts and replace it with reserves. I think because they're getting desperate because they want more people to buy reserves and less premium account. Because you could buy a whole year premium account for like $80, $90. So they're only getting $80, $90 out of a year. But if they make you have to buy personal reserves at $20 a pack for, we'll say $10, and you do that 10 times, they got $200 out of you. 20 pack, no, they would have got $100 out of you. And you would have only got the efficiency of them used because they're short term. They're 1 to 3 hour times on them. So they're trying to make it another way to get your money. That's my thought on that one. They're going to do more custom styles and like the Winged Hussar that you get for the 50 TP prototype and the Fear Not for the Carnivoran Action 10. And then like the Valharian Ragnarok, the KV2R, and the Midorian for the G1B. The Midorian wasn't my favorite, especially on the BDR G1B. So, and then I love these. These are the most awesome. If you have not seen these, please go take a minute to look at Quickie Baby's 200. I'll put a link right now up in the corner. Go take a look at Quickie Baby's opening his 200 boxes, his community contributor boxer. He gets all 4 of these, and these things are actually awesome. I'm not overly enthused about the Patch Hat 25. I don't know what the wording is on the barrel of the tank. It looks Arabic to me, but I could be wrong, and there's a huge debate on what it means. All right, the one of the biggest things I've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, the tank race is going to return. But what tank's going to be in the tank race? It was a great, fun thing to run around in your Chaffee that was overly buffed to go extra fast and, not do super damage, but you could do enough damage to track your opponents. You couldn't hurt them, but you could damage their tracks and stop them and get in the way. I loved this. This was by far was my favorite special event. Then I would have to say Frontlines was next. But Frontlines is coming, and it's going to be possibly a weekly. I say better off try it quarterly, and I think it might work out better if it's quarterly because that'll make it that much more special. And they got this nice little video. If you haven't gone to their YouTube channel, go ahead and watch it. This shows a bunch of other things. We'll take a quick watch at it, and it's some crazy stuff, and I don't understand it. Like, that's World of Tanks. Something about the 6 months, make it available for everyone. All right. Hide statistics and nicknames. That basically says bye-bye XVM. Your stats are no longer available. Don't hide the nicknames. I like player nicknames. I like seeing the person's name on the freaking tank. I don't like just seeing tanks. Tank names. And in Clan Wars, it's a lot of times some clans use nicknames to, hey, target Ted Bobbitt. Anyways, you want to do something with the nicknames? Here's my thing on the nicknames. Seriously, what is with using 3 or more same characters? Every other game up to World of Tanks that I've ever played online, you're not allowed to have 3 of the same characters in a row. I've seen some names out there on the North American server that literally have 25 underscores in a row. Then they'll have a 3-letter name. Fix that. That shouldn't be. Hot in August online and /offline tank festival. I'm not sure what that means. We're just going to go ahead. Blacklisted maps. I'm not sure what they mean by this. So are you going to have the ability to select maps you don't ever want to play on? Then you're going to run into matchmaker timing out problems. For the simple fact that, hey, all these people clicked Himmelsdorf. So the stinking... Okay, now I got to go through all the other freaking maps to see what we can put on. And like 50% of these did like 20 maps, and they only like 1 map. I'm not sure how blacklisting is going to work, but it is what it is. Another thing, friendly fire. If you look here, this tank shot this tank destroyer in the butt, and he took no damage. So no damage from friendly fire. That's fine. I don't mind that overly. Or drop the damage to 10% of their minimum they could do. So if this tank can do 100 average, its minimum is 25% off of that. That's 75. 7 damage. Make it like this, like you accidentally rammed them. Keep ramming damage in, accidental ramming damage, or if someone drives on top of me, maybe keep that damage, but after like 50 damage, just shut it off. It gives you kind of an indicator like, hey, if I'm looking one direction and someone backs on me, I start taking damage, I go, oh, I need to move. But make sure they're taking damage too. And shut it off at like 50. 50 damage at the most. And like from this, 10% of its minimum damage, 100 damage, minimum damage 75, so 7 damage. Don't round up. Always round down. So 7 damage from that. And that could be like a track. But charge the guy who's doing the damage full amount for the ammo, and then make that from him again. So make him lose more credits. And give this guy 100 credits in compensation. Alright, develop the battle results and session statistics concept. Are they going to take Yazin Krezin's idea and work on that? That would be great in-game, already in-game. But you're actually taking some money out of people's hands by doing all this stuff. But I do like session stats. That's one of the mods I do, session stats. And it's really good. I like what they've done with it in the last few updates. They added it into your tanks list on the side, in your garage. So it's not just, firepower and stuff like that, but you have what you need, what you can research, and what's the next thing you can research, how much experience you need to research them yet from compared to what you have to what you need to research them, and then down on the bottom it has where you already look at your session stats. That's pretty awesome. All right, and this is something that they already announced. Tank Rally is back. So there is that, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this was a good one. It's kind of a long one, longer than I wanted it to go. So we're going to end this right now. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I try to do these important things. I try to do. I've been trying to do a news event every Thursday. Have it uploaded for every Thursday, and these special ones like this. This one's a huge one. I tried to do this huge one. So if you're a subscriber and you click the bell, you'll get almost instant notification of when I am uploading a new video. And with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, hope to see you in the world of tanks. This is GreatTaz signing off.